Hi guys, so if you have not been here before, I am Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 15 children. 13 of those children still live at home, so our total family size would be 17, but 15 is usually the number that I use because that's the number that's actually home with us on a day-to-day basis. So we are trying to buy a house in a very hard place to buy a house. We are kind of coastal. Well, right now where we are, we're coastal. It's like a mile to the ocean. So we're trying to buy in that area. It's also within some really big cities. There's lots of investors who've been fighting. This is our seventh house that we've put an offer in. This is the second house we've been under contract with. So things have been a bit wild here, but if you have not seen the rest of this video, I'll try to see if I can maybe make a playlist about the house. I don't know about housing, but we're trying to buy a house. It's 4 beds, 2 baths. It's kind of small. It's 1,610 square feet, so 1,610 square feet. But it has an additional building that we can see in the future as a potential other section of our house, if you would. Not right now, so we will be living in 1,610 square feet, but we do see potential. It also has 3 acres, which in this area is like so hard. I think probably looking at things, the majority of land in this area is over 100,000 an acre. So that's challenging. So a couple of people have mentioned back and forth, like, hey, why don't you buy land and put this or this or this on it? It would be more than buying a house with the land already combination type thing. So that's why we don't do it that way. So let's talk about where we're at in this stage of the hopefully home buying. My room has exploded. So we had the inspection. I'm chilly. We had the inspection to the septic today. So from the house to the septic itself looks good. It's full. So I'm hoping no matter what that we might be able to get it pumped before we actually try to get in the house, but I don't know if that's actually going to be okay. So that looks okay. But then from the septic out to the leach field, there's a broken pipe, so they couldn't inspect like the actual leach field and stuff. So that's kind of where we're at with that. The flow rate to the flow rate, I guess, is, or the flow, I don't even know what it's called. Basically, he put a bunch of water into the septic tank, like flooded the septic tank with water. And what he was trying to see is, say the level was like this, and he flooded it with the water. If the pipe was broken enough not to be functioning properly, then it would rise and it wouldn't go down. So he was looking for it to just stay level rather than like rising and not go down. Because if it rose and not going down, there would be like a serious issue that it wasn't draining anything, so then it would need to be almost immediately repaired. It should be repaired as soon as possible, because you obviously don't want a broken pipe. My husband and I, and then we asked, like, as far as zoning laws and that type of stuff goes, if that is something that we would be able to do ourselves, and he said yes, you can. So I think that we feel comfortable doing that, because pretty much it's like the PVC pipe that's going out to the leach field. So basically what you would need to do is dig a trench down as deep as it is, find the pipe, dig that whole section out, and then replace that pipe. So we've done enough plumbing. I think we could do that. There's also I can't remember the name of it. What did I say before? Radon fan? I don't even know. I don't know. It's one of those things. I have to look it up. I have to look up how to DIY it, because I guess the piece itself is only a couple $100. So we have to look that up to see like if it's something that we feel comfortable that we could do that as well. If we feel comfortable being able to do those two things, we're going to propose that they fix the boiler. So I guess it kind of would look like we're having an estimate, a guy come out either tomorrow or the next day. He wasn't quite sure. He's going to try to fit us in the schedule. So he's going to come out one of the 2 days and give us an actual estimate of the actual system that needs to be replaced. And then he'll give us a whole cost of how much that will cost. So then what happens, I guess, is the mortgage company holds 150% of that, of the boiler system. They keep 150%, and then they would give the seller back the remaining balance once it was repaired, and it would be 30 days to repair it. So, or within 30 days to repair it. So basically we would have the house in our name, it would get repaired, and then that would get, the mortgage company would be holding that money until it was repaired. They would pay the person, and then the seller would get the remaining amount left. So, but they would have to agree to that first. But that's kind of what we're going to propose next. There's just a couple things. We're still, oh my goodness, we thought that we could, I was going to get closed and situated, but we thought that we could go to the town hall today, and it's closed on Mondays. So the guy, now we know, the guy's been trying since Thursday. Somebody was on vacation. He's trying to fix it or figure it out. We thought going down in person might be helpful. So I don't know. I might end up going tomorrow I don't know. I hope it's not tomorrow because I have 2 appointments tomorrow. I don't know. On Wednesday, I may end up going Wednesday and seeing if I can go and talk to the people in the town and that type of stuff. I don't know. So we need to figure out about the building permit. And then we need to negotiate the septic radon and boiler. And then like resubmit. But for now, what we need to do is redo the paperwork so that our earnest deposit, like that period, is extended. And then we'll go forward with everything else that needs to happen. I guess kind of the good thing is we still have this house and we still have a bit of time. So if we purchased the house and we needed 30 days for them to go and repair that, we're not going to be without a home because we still have this house. So hopefully it would work out good where like that could get repaired. We could move some stuff, but not all the stuff. And then have it repaired and then move things in. If that works out nicely, that would be lovely. So that's the plan. Yeah. So I'll let you know after we have the boiler thing and we try to see if we can negotiate things, how that goes. One step at a time, one step at a time. It's kind of like, I feel positive about it. Yeah, I feel positive about it. Kind of excited. Trying not to be like too excited because we all know that like one sneeze the wrong way and something dreadful can happen. Yeah, that's our update. We'll see you soon.